From the bleachers to the biggest matches in the state, Stan Ono's unique journey in officiating has taken him through a winding path to the top. A state champion wrestling coach for Lelehua in 1995, Stan's daughter sought his help to train while wrestling at Mililani, and while watching her compete, noticed there was a shortage of officials.
Well, I've known Stan for about 40 years. And my first contact with him was when he was a head coach at Lelehua High School. And I was officiating. And that's how we kind of got to know each other. And then after he got done coaching, he decided to become an official of wrestling. And then I worked with him, many years and helped train him.
For the next 15 years, Stan officiated matches at the youth level and 22 years total as a high school official. For 3 years, he served as a treasurer of the Hawaii Wrestling Officials Association, eventually ascending to president of the association, a role he's kept since 2005. His incredible work ethic and attention to detail of the job has earned him great respect from his peers.
He's had to be the lead guy. Being the president for so long and being a part of that, he's always under a microscope, and all these years that I've been involved with him, he knows that rule book inside and out. He studies what officials are doing. They watch the NC2As all the time and study what's trending in the sport. There's been so many changes in rules over the year that it's amazing to try to keep up with it.
You got to know the rules. That's the first thing he tells the new officials. You have to know the rules from the first page to the last page. And that's the first thing, because you got to be able to perform out on the mat, as far as making calls. And so that's what he usually stressed.
Named 2018 HHSAA and National Wrestling Coach of the Year, Stan's calm, cool, and collected presence in more than 20 years of championship matches have put coaches and athletes' minds at ease, assuring others that a match was in good hands, a trait few possess in one of the most stressful and grueling sports.
Being himself and quietly keeping everybody where they're supposed to be. And, I've never heard him yell at anybody, and just answer questions, answer everything that I needed to know.
He was really good. He never got caught up in the moment. He was always, how should I put it, under control, never let his emotions take over, and was able to diffuse situations that might have escalated, whether it was between the wrestlers on the mat or when a coach calls you to the head table to ask a question or he disagrees with a call. He would never get caught up in the moment, always stayed professional, was always calm, always de-escalated.
Stan continues to give his time to mentor officials around the state, and his generosity stretches far beyond officials. As chairperson of the Hawaii Wrestling Officials Association Scholarship Tournament, the organization has awarded over $10,000 in scholarships to student managers and scorekeepers, a great career appreciated by his peers.
I would say, thank you for not coaching anymore and coming to our side of the line, so to speak, and thank you for officiating, given all the years. Not only did he officiate high school, but he would also get involved with the age group, kids from 5 to 12, like during the summer, and that was all volunteer. No pay or nothing. And so you're doing a whole Saturday just to give back to the sport.
Proud of him to carry on and do what he's done, especially through COVID and all the challenges that we've had for the last few years. And he's maintained a quality group and a pretty tight-knit group, and that we can go out there and provide a safe environment for the athletes.
From parent to coach to official, and now straight to the hall. Congratulations to 2022 Hawaii Sports Officials Hall of Fame inductee, Stan Ono.
Wow, this is surprising. First of all, I'd like to thank Cal Evans and the Hawaii Sports Official Hall of Fame Committee for this great honor. I'd like to thank Ray Verdonk, Mark Massey for those kind words. Most of it is true, Mark. I'd like to thank the members of the Hawaii Wrestling Official Association. Without this group, they were, real easy to train. They always listen. They were like sponges. They always learned by watching, asking questions. We would meet Tuesday, Thursdays. After the meeting, we would go out to eat. Before I took over, they would meet at bars. Okay. After I took over, we meet at Big City Diner. All these eating places, and they would ask, questions, situations, and we, as friends, eating dinner, we would answer questions. And I think over the years, we got more officials involved. So, our group from maybe 3, 4 ended up like 8, 9, 10 guys. Okay, so and this has happened over the last 15 years since I've been in charge of the association. Also, I'd like to thank my family. Okay, my mom, Mildred Ono, she's 100 years old. She'll make 101 next month. I have a grandson. He just made 1, so they're 100 years apart. Okay, so that's really unique in our family. So I appreciate their support over the years. It's been hard giving up my Friday, Saturdays, for wrestling. And before that was coaching. Coaching is 6 days a week. Refereeing maybe 3, 4 days a week, but it's long hours, 9, 10 hours. We used to report on Saturday at Iolani. We start 8 o'clock, we do weigh-ins. Wrestling starts 10 o'clock, and we don't get off the mat till like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. So that's 6, 7, 8 hours straight on the mat. And we had like 4 mats with 4 guys. So we tell the guys, if you have to take a break, just shut down your mat and rest. But these guys are Iron Man. They rarely shut down the mats, and we run through the whole day without a rest. So I really appreciate all the hard work they have put in, over the last 15 years that, I've been in charge of the association. Okay, with that in closing, thank you very much.